Yo, what's good? First things first, I didn't post on Friday, and that's because it was my birthday, and I was just enjoying my birthday. But today, it's Monday today, and I want to talk about movies. Now I'm a big movie guy. I'm a big movie nerd. I try to keep up to date with not everything, but you know, the like horror side and some action here and there, maybe anime, who knows. But today I want to talk about all the upcoming movies and TV shows that I'm excited for. Now this is, I don't know how long this video is going to be because I'm just going to be yapping about a bunch of different franchises, but I just want to talk about it because I want to. So first things first, I'm going to talk about the last few movies that I'm seeing this year. On December 19th, I will be seeing Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Mufasa. I'm seeing them both on the same day, so double feature. And they are both fan events. So Sonic 3 will be in Dolby Cinema, and Mufasa will be in Real D 3D. So I'm pretty sure Real D 3D. So wait, actually, let me check, because that's why I have two phones now, so I can check. Give me a second. Un momento. I think that's how you say it. I don't know. Don't quote me, because my Spanish is, I don't speak Spanish. I'm Puerto Rican though. Lincoln Square. Let me change the date to the 19th. Mufasa the Lion King. Alright, it's not popping up, but it is a fan event though. It's a fan event. Why am I getting oh my god, I'm getting a phone call. Give me a second. Alright, I'm back. Ignore the background noise. I just did a whole fucking side quest just now. But yeah. It's a Real D 3D fan event, so I will be seeing that in 3D. And also, since it's like my birthday month, they hand out like a free large popcorn and a free large drink, so I will be enjoying that. But yeah, I'm excited for Sonic 3. I think it's going to be peak. Definitely, it's probably going to be the best out of the three movies. And as for Mufasa, I'm not sure, but hopefully it's a good time. And then the last movie I'm seeing this year, it's either going to be on December 24th or the 25th, which would be Christmas. But the last movie I'm seeing this year is Nosferatu. And I'm probably going to see that in IMAX. So from what I've heard, Nosferatu is very good. But it's usually the movies that people like really love that I tend to not enjoy all that much. It's just because Nosferatu looks like one of those like fucking elevated horror movies, and I don't know if I'm really in the mood for that, but it is a horror. And I have only heard good things about it. I have heard only good things about it. So hopefully Nosferatu is good. I have faith that it will deliver. Now that that's out of the way, those are the only three movies that I'm seeing, 2024, this month. As for some of the movies and shows that have trailers released for themselves already, first up we have The Strangers Chapter 2. Now, this doesn't have an exact release date, but it is, a teaser trailer did come out, and I don't really know how to feel about it. Like, Chapter 1 was very boring. So, hopefully Chapter 2... But if Chapter 1 did feel like a setup movie, so hopefully for Chapter 2, it's like, there's no more setup. You just get it going. Let's see where this is, what the, big picture is, considering that there will be a Chapter 3 eventually, hopefully late 2025. I'm assuming this is probably going to be early 2025, so... Yeah, The Strangers Chapter 2. I have high hopes. They could, bring it back. So, yeah. Next up, we have Goosebumps: The Vanishing. Now, this is a show coming out, I don't know what, Hulu or Disney Plus. I'm not too fucking sure. But the trailer came out. I watched it. It looked a little goofy, but it looked like it, it looked goofy, but it looked like it could be like a fun time. So I'm gonna give it a chance. And anyways, it's a show, so it's like I'm not really breaking my back or anything trying to watch this. So yeah, that I don't have too many thoughts on this, but it could be fun. Next up, we got Wolfman. This comes out, I'm pretty sure, January 17th. So I'm pretty sure this will be the first horror movie and the first movie that I see in 2025 to kick off the 2025 movie list. Because every year since 2022, I've had a movie list where I rank all the movies that I've seen that year. So Wolfman, I guess, will be starting that off, and I'm pretty sure this movie is going to be in IMAX. Now, Wolfman, this movie has potential. I think it could be very, very good. It has all the elements that's needed for a solid movie. Because sometimes people say like January horror movies like aren't that good. I think was this the year that we got Night Swim? I'm pretty sure Night Swim came out this year. That wasn't. But last year we got Megan, and the year before that we got Scream 5 in January. So we had two banger years. This year a little rocky, but I feel like Wolfman's gonna bring it back for sure. No, 1 second, Jesus. I paused for no reason because she was like, forget it. So, Wolfman, I think it's gonna be good. The trailer looks good. Next up, we have Companion. Now, I'm very, very, very excited for this. Now, this was originally supposed to come out like January 10th or some shit, but it got pushed back to January 31st, which is a little frustrating because I really want to see this movie. But yes, Companion. It has Sophie Thatcher, who, by the way, she's phenomenal. Like I said this in the Heretic movie review. She is definitely on my radar. She's great. She was in Heretic. She was in she's in the show Yellow Jackets, which is coming out Valentine's Day of next year. I'll talk about a little bit about that later. Actually, I'll talk about that next. She was in Maxine, which I did not mention in the Heretic review because she only had like a limited role in Maxine. She was also in Boogeyman and a few other things. But yeah, Sophie Thatcher, she's great, man. And based off the trailer for this movie looks like it's gonna be fucking phenomenal. Like this January of 2025 seems like it's gonna be like a very strong, heavy hitting month for horror. And not just that. I will say this, I will continue to say this. 2025 is probably gonna be the best year for not only horror movies, but just movies in general and television shows, because like everything is dropping next year. So many big things, so many sequels that I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna get into everything in this video, but so much is coming out next year, and it's gonna be fucking peak. It's gonna be peak, and I can't wait. But yeah, Companion. Companion also has Jack Quaid, who was Huey in The Boys. But his main role for me is Richie Kirsch from Scream 5. He was great in that, and he seems like he's gonna be a fucking maniac in this. So I'm looking forward to Companion. It's sad that it got pushed back, but at least we're still getting it in January. Next up, Yellow Jackets season 3. Now, Yellow Jackets, I watched season 1 and I stopped after the first episode of season 2 because it got a little weird. I might watch it again. We'll see. Season 3 looks interesting, but I just feel like they just need to find that balance. I just think the adult storyline is just not that good. Like, I much rather prefer them, the younger, like when they're in the woods actually. I prefer that much more. But I might give it a chance because the trailer looked decent. So yeah, there's that. Next up, Hard Eyes. Now, Hard Eyes, it feels like ever since Thanksgiving, we're starting to get like a holiday themed horror movie. Thanksgiving is very, influenced by Scream, and this movie seems like it's influenced by Thanksgiving, but instead it's like a Valentine's Day horror movie killer, like some My Bloody Valentine type shit. So the design is cool, and if this killer has a personality, then he could be up there. The next killer I want to see, like if they were to do another holiday, maybe St. Patrick's Day. Maybe I'm just spitballing here, because I think they did, with Founders Day, that was like an election day, like 4th of July type of horror killer. Founders Day wasn't good, but yeah, maybe it's St. Patrick's Day. Maybe I'm trying to think of some other holidays. Maybe Easter, Easter killer. That could be fun. But yeah, Hard Eyes. It's about these two friends who is mistaken for a couple, and this killer's thing is like going after couples on Valentine's Day apparently. So I think this is based on the teaser trailer. This looks like it's going to be very Scream, very Thanksgiving-esque, and it's also done by Sony Entertainment, which are the same people who did Thanksgiving. So this I have, and Mason Gooding, who was Chad in Scream 5 and 6. Is the main character, one of the main leads in this movie. And for Thanksgiving, they have Patrick Dempsey, who was in Scream 3. So it seems like, a little bit of Scream is sprinkling into some of these other ones. But whenever they do the Easter one or the St. Patrick's Day one, they definitely got to cast someone from a previous Scream movie to be one of the characters in this for sure. But Hard Eyes, I'm excited for it. Next up, we got The Monkey. Now, this is from the guy who did Long Legs, and I'm going to be honest. The marketing for Long Legs was beautiful. One second. God. I'm not sick, I promise. For some reason, my nose is like drippy or water, whatever. This is the same guy that did Long Legs. Now, I think Long Legs, besides the marketing being incredible, it is probably the most overrated horror movie of 2024. That shit was not as good as people were saying it was. It was, in my opinion, it was actually kind of mid, but that's just me though. But The Monkey seems as disabled as Long Legs, so I don't know, we'll see. Next up, we got Sinners. This is a Michael B. Jordan vampire old western movie. I don't have too many thoughts about it, but it could be cool. I'm probably gonna see it in IMAX. Next up, I'm trying to breeze through these to get to the actual list, because I don't want this video to be like 30 minutes long. Next up, we got The Electric State, which is coming out to Netflix. This seems like some like robot, futuristic, like it reminds me of the movie. I think it's a movie that came out last year, but I forgot the name. But it was this like robot movie with this like little girl, and she was like half human, half robot. And the main character was black. It was this black dude, and it was like an action movie. I could not tell you the name for the life of me, but I know I saw it, I think, last year in theaters. But that's what this movie reminded me of. Emily Barbara Brown's in it, so, I'll give it a shot. Next up, we got a Minecraft movie. People are shitting on this movie, but I'm actually kind of excited. Mainly because I'm not the biggest Minecraft fan, so I don't give a fuck either way. But I'm going to give a Minecraft movie a chance. Next up, Mission Impossible 8, or The Final Reckoning. I saw 7 last year. Thought it was pretty mid, but, considering that this is the last Mission Impossible movie, might as well see it, even though I'm not the biggest fan of the Mission Impossible franchise. Might as well see it, because why the fuck not? Next up, we have How to Train Your Dragon live action. It looks like it could be good. I'm making a video. Your voice is in the background. Congratulations. Jesus. Okay. I might actually make this 2 parts depending on how long this video gets. I don't want it to be too long. But there's definitely a lot more that I got to talk about. But yeah, How to Train Your Dragon. The main character who's playing, Toothless? I haven't seen the movies in a long time, so I wouldn't know. I'm going to rewatch them, though. He is played by Mason Thames, who was Finney in The Black Phone and will reprise his role in The Black Phone too. So I'm looking forward to that, for sure. Next up, we got Ballerina, John Wick spinoff with Ana de Armas. this seems like it could be cool. I don't think it's gonna be at the same level as, you know, the regular John Wick movies, but it could be fun. Next up, we got Wake Up Dead Man, Knives Out 3. Now, Kaylee Spaney is going to be the main character in this, so that just elevated my excitement for it. Kaylee Spaney, she was in many things. The things that I've seen her, the first time I saw her in theater, in a movie, and in person was the Priscilla live Q&A from last year. And I somebody actually took a picture of her during the screening, like, you know, the Q&A section, and I'm actually in the photo, like the back of my head is in the photo. So, and I found that shit on Pinterest. It was the most random thing ever, but yeah. She was also in Civil War from this year, and obviously Alien Romulus, my number 2 of this year. So I'm looking forward to Wake Up Dead Man. I think it's gonna be great because the Knives Out movies have been consistently good. So yeah. Next up, we got Alien Earth. This is a show, alien show. It's supposed to take place like we've been getting little snippets. What the fuck? We've been getting little snippets and like little hints of footage here and there from different little trailers, but we haven't gotten an official trailer. Well, we had, but it was like a teaser. Like, I mean, like a full-fledged trailer. We haven't gotten that yet. But Alien Earth, you know, fingers crossed that it's good. You know, will it be as good as Alien Romulus? Probably not, but it could still be better than like fucking Prometheus or Covenant. So yeah. Next up, we got The Last of Us season 2. Now, I'm not super excited for this. That's just me keeping it a stack 50. I thought season 1 was fine. I'm gonna give this a chance, but you know. Yeah. Next up, we got Wednesday season 2. Now, I'm very excited for this. This is coming out next year. Wednesday season 1 was cool, and I think season 2, you know, now that they're done with the whole fucking love interest, you know, what's that word? Fuck. It's a common word. Love triangle. Now that they're done with that dumbass love triangle and we're getting back to more horror grittiness, I feel like this Wednesday season 2 has potential to be great. And, you know, hopefully we get a season 3 if season 2 is good. And finally, Stranger Things season 5. My favorite Netflix show. It's going to be peak. We don't have any footage yet. Well, we have footage, but like we don't have an official teaser trailer. But this is coming out next year. And that's it. It's the end of Stranger Things. You know, I started watching it in 2017, you know, right before season 2 dropped. So, you know, I have a lot of fond memories with this show, and I love the characters, and I think season 5 is going to be a beautiful conclusion to this amazing story. So there's that. Now, let's get into the actual list. First off, let me talk about the movies that just got announced today within, you know, a few minutes of me making this video. We're getting 2 new Evil Dead movies. One of them being called Evil Dead Burn. Now, we've gotten Evil Dead 2013 and Evil Dead Rise from last year. This year, Evil Dead Burn is coming out in 2026. And I think it's going to be fire. And then we also have a second untitled Evil Dead movie that's coming out, who fucking knows when. But it has been announced that another one is going to be in the works. But based off this title, Evil Dead Burn, I don't know. Maybe I'm trying to think of a good setting, because 2013 was Cabin in the Woods. Rise was a high-rise LA apartment. So Burn, maybe somewhere fucking hot. I'm trying to think of a good setting. You know, I've always thought, like, imagine like an Evil Dead movie taking place at like a college campus, like a university, like a popular big university. And it's just Deadites wreaking havoc all over the campus. I think that could be fun. But that's just me though. But Burn, maybe somewhere tropical, maybe an island. that gets taken over by deadites, like Hawaii or some shit. That could be fun. I'm just spitballing ideas here, but yeah, I'm excited for Evil Dead Burn and the other Evil Dead movie that's supposedly coming out. Finally, we got the actual list. Now, I actually think I'm gonna stop the video here. I'm gonna make a part 2 of this. Considering that I did not post on Friday, I guess I could just make 2 videos back to back and then post them. You know, I'll probably post part 1 today and then part 2 on Friday. So yeah, I guess I could title this all the upcoming movies and shows that I'm excited for that have, you know, trailers released, and then the next one will be all the upcoming 2025 and 2026 and beyond movies and TV shows that I'm looking forward to. And this way I could actually do my research, because some of these movies I don't have it, you know, the release date, I don't have it off the top of my head. So for part 2, I might actually, you know, do all my research, you know, get the official release dates so I could give you guys the best, you know, info on these movies and shows that I'm excited for. So yeah, this was part 1. I will be making part 2 right now, after I do a little bit of research on some of these release dates and some of the cast members and some of the plot synopsis, so I know what the fuck I'm talking about. But hopefully you enjoyed this part 1. This is the first of many, because I you know, I feel like I'm really starting to get comfortable in front of the camera, and I'm really starting to just talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about, and movies is one of the things that I'm going to be yapping about a lot. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this part 1, and part 2 will come out probably Friday. So yeah, I'm the hero light legend of this world, Tyree Figueroa, signing out. Peace.